I am the master of exclusivity. Excellence is my emblem. Internationality is the beating heart of my brands. I am Exclusive Brands Torino, the first Italian network of high-end, made-in-Italy companies promoted by the Unione Industriali Torino. In 2011, I took some of the companies that best represent Italian-made brands in Piedmont by the hand and brought them together under a single banner. From textiles to technology, hospitality and fine jewellery, as well as food and wine, aesthetics and design, I represent all the sectors in the rich Italian region. And while my roots are in Piedmont, I am branching out towards the world, without borders. My mission is ambitious and equally compelling: to promote and enhance the value of companies in both the Italian and foreign markets. The continuous pursuit of innovation and the expression of Italian creativity is my best calling card. Within my network, brands find a reference point for discussion, networking, and sharing information and experiences. Aware that excellence is a mission, but also a way of working, I identify new strategies to consolidate the success of companies in international markets. The future, it is already in the air, and it has the feel of sustainability, which is the key to affirming the values of excellence and distinctiveness. Respect for the land has always been a crucial point on the agenda of all my brands. The aim is to give back the resources drawn from a responsible production cycle, so that excellence is an all-round challenge, a promise of value, an ethical footprint for society. I am Exclusive Brands Torino. Exclusivity, excellence, and internationality in a single voice.
Thank you for joining us today. My name is Giulia Pescara. I'm a communication professional at Unione Industriali Torino, the Turinese Employers Association. Today we are here to present a very special, excellent Italian excellence, Exclusive Brands Torino. We are here with two special guests, Mr. Paolo Pininfarina, who is the president of Exclusive Brands Torino, and the vice president, Mrs. Paola Bertoldo. Thank you for being here. Before starting, as you know, Exclusive Brands Torino has an official partnership with the Pavillon de Monaco at Dubai Expo 2020. So we have a message from the Pavillon de Monaco, and let's hear it.
I was very sensitive to EBT's participation alongside the Monaco Pavilion during the Expo 2020 Dubai Universal Exhibition. All the renowned companies that make up Exclusive Brands Torino and which all offer exceptional products have associated their brand with the Monegasque colors. In fact, I consider them to be wonderful ambassadors of the Monaco destination, and I thank them warmly. I want to let them know that EBT will always have a special place in my mind, and I wish our relationship to continue. Thank you.
So, Mr. President, let's start from the very beginning. Can you explain us what is Exclusive Brand Torino and why it's so important for companies to have a network that can, support them?
Well, Exclusive Brands Torino is a network that was established as an initiative of the Torino Industrial Association in 2011. At that time, there were just about 12 companies. And this network was called Exclusive Brands Torino to have the meaning of exclusivity, that means staying in the niche of exclusivity and quality, elegance, specialty, personality. Brands, because most of these companies have a long history, a history of families and brands. Think that now we have totally more than 2,000 years history, summing up all the histories of all the companies. And Torino, because these companies are very much related with the territory, that is Torino and the Piemonte area. The activity of the network was mainly missions abroad from 2014 up to 2019. And we toured the world as a delegation. We went, if I remember well, we went to Riyadh, to Helsinki, to Paris, to London. Also, we made a very important event in Milano for the Milano show or the Salone del Mobile. And in Torino, we had a stand for the World Chamber of Commerce Congress in 2015. And then we went back to London and Frankfurt and Paris and Dubai, 2 times in Dubai. So we were very much, let's say, tied together, doing these missions together. Then, unfortunately, in 2020, the pandemic came, so we had to reshift a little bit and reset, becoming more, let's say, on the web, on the social. So we invented the EBT Talk, that was a series of conferences and webinars, and they were very useful to increase our presence on the social media. So we learned how to communicate not only through the missions, but also through the social. What can I say? A picture of the network now. Now we have 24 companies, 2 partners and 2 charity partners. Numbers 2019, we have about 350 million euro value of production and 1,200 employees. That are considerable numbers, and 53% of the value of production is for export. And think that these numbers are related with the number of companies in 2019, that were only 19. Then we added 5 more companies, so we will have much higher numbers in 2021 and 2022. So the main project that was done, besides the EBT Talk, during, let's say, the last couple of years, was the project for Dubai Expo 2020. And I would really like to leave the word to our Vice President Paola Bertoldo to explain the details of this project.
Yes, of course. Let's talk. Thank you. Let's talk about Dubai. As we heard, of course, Exclusive Brand has a really important partnership with the Pavillon de Monaco and will be in Dubai from the 14th to the 20th of February this year. So this is the result of an official partnership. Can you explain us the terms of this partnership, please?
Thanks, Giulia. Yes, we in 2019, Exclusive Brands Torino and Monaco Pavilion at Expo Dubai signed this partnership, this agreement, because Exclusive Brands Torino born with the idea to support all the companies to export, to internationalization, and to present to the foreign market the excellence of our made in Italy, made in Piemonte. And we are 24 companies that share the same, we naturally share the same level of clients. And so, in this context, sign this kind of agreement with Monaco Pavilion at Expo Dubai allow us to reach 2 goals in the same time. The first one is to open the niche market to Monaco, and the second one is to present our products, our creation, also at the Expo Dubai. Okay, and to celebrate this special occasion, 14 companies of Exclusive Brands Torino create a collection that wearing the colors of the Pavillon, the Monaco Pavilion.
This is beautiful.
Thanks. And this collection was presented in Monaco and also in all the boutique and showrooms in Turin, the company boutiques, and also at the Expo.
Wow. This is such a huge partnership. It's really amazing. Thank you very much. And now we're going on with Dario Casalini, CEO of Oscalito, who has a really important message for us. Later, we'll go on with our talk show, but Dario Casalini is introducing the main topic of the day, and the keyword is sustainability.
The companies that are part of the exclusive Brands Torino group are daily committed into the green revolution and take seriously the sustainability topic, not as a mere marketing tool. This means to have a comprehensive approach that goes to A to Z in the value chain and supply chain, from the raw material production, harvesting, to the transformation, to the semi-finished product, up to the final product. And everything must be designed to have the lower social and environmental impact. The lower and the social environmental impact can be achieved by reducing, by acting on 2 points fundamentally. One is the so-called eco-design. So we have to design products that last for a long time, that can be recyclable after they use, and during the use have no great impact on the environment. This means, for example, to use raw material that are easily renewable, to use production process that take into account the labor rights, obviously, the gender equality, the legal commitment to respect fair competition and legal compliance, to use, for example, less chemicals products, and so on. So please enjoy the next talk about the 3 sectors of the exclusive Brands Torino group: food, design and fashion, where you will have a complete overview on how we push on the sustainability item.
Hello and welcome to our talk show about sustainability. Let's hear the first panel about technology, design and sustainability. We have our first guest, who are Mr. Paolo Pininfarina, who's president of Exclusive Brands Torino, but also president of Pininfarina, and Alberto Parini, who's president of Arti Grafiche Parini. Hello, and thank you for being here with me. So, as everyone knows, the recent year have seen an accelerated transition to the green economy and fighting climate change. So, integrating sustainability into business strategy is surely not so easy. So it's really important to have the right support. So I would like to ask the both of you, why did you choose Exclusive Brands Torino, and how Exclusive Brands is supporting you in achieving your sustainability goals?
Well, Exclusive Brands Torino is a network of communication. So communication between the companies and the world and outside, but also between the companies and themselves. And so that it means contamination. That means reciprocal knowledge exchange of information. That means culture and enrichment. So sustainability today is the real objective. Like I would say 20 years ago was quality. You needed quality to stay in business. Now you need to be sustainable to stay in business. But it's like a stone with many faces, if you want, sustainability. And so you need to get more informed all the time about the best practice of the other partners of the network. This is what I think.
It's really important. And for you?
Okay, thanks. Well, but the Sustainable Development Goals 2030 from ONU draw the guidelines that to follow. I think that I'm like a CEO of a company, one that my company is always currently, always a winner, and one of the reason because I enjoy in Exclusive Brands Torino, this business network, is that I can share the idea with the other colleague. This means that we work in different markets, and every market has the different problems. So if we can learn and teach each other to do something. And I think the important of the Exclusive Brands Torino, DBT, that they continue to push us to reflect about the trends. So they, with the round tables, keep us to speak about the problem. And that's important because we think how we can do for our company to bring our company in the future.
That's really important, and that's the goal, I think. So, about your companies, we talk about sustainability kind of in general, but what do you do in your companies to be sustainable or approaching sustainability?
Well, I like to answer in two ways. First, what we do. So the services that we provide as Pininfarina, that is design, industrial design, mobility design, and architecture. So think of aerodynamics. No? Aerodynamics is in the roots of Pininfarina. So let's say that we have been looking for sustainability for decades. It's 90 years that we look for sustainability because aerodynamics is energy saving. In the later years is sustainable mobility and electrical revolution. So we have married the electrical revolution. So we are always looking for something to improve the world environment and the sustainability. And think of the architecture. The architecture is, as an architect, we work all day to design a better place to live, and a better place to work, and a better way to move. So this is really in the roots of Pininfarina. But the other side is the behavior. So the way we manage the company, that is the governance. So actually we are a company that is quoted to the stock exchange. So we have to comply with certain rules, which are the ESG, that is environmental, social, and governance. And there are so many things in the environment and the environmental, like the waste, the circular economy, and so on, and the management of the energy. But also the management of the people is the social responsibility. That is to be careful about how you handle with the people and the differences between gender and within age and religion and race and whatever. So you have to comply to be really sustainable. And also the governance. And the governance is, let's say, sometimes people say that there is a kind of bureaucracy in this. But yes, this is one side of the coin. But on the other side, you are really obliged to respect the rules because you have some part of the organizations like the supervisory board or the control of risk, where you measure the risk of the business. And this is really what is really doing a sustainable business in 2022.
You make it seems really easy, but it's really in your roots, I think. It's amazing.
Thank you.
In design, what is sustainability for your business?
But, well, I work in a print market. I am a printer, so my job is to make books and packaging. And our raw material is cellulose. Cellulose comes from the wood, and the wood come from the wood, I'm sorry. And our supper is the paper mill. Paper mill are treated like one of the reasons for the deforestation, but it's not right because the paper mill was the first company that understand the importance to have some certification for sensitize the supply chain how we can do to preserve the forest. So they sell a paper that are certificated FSC. That means that if I cut one tree, I put 2 free. This is important because in this way we preserve the nature and we start to do our job. In my company, we have some. We edit a book, a green printing. In this book, we want to sensitize our supply chain, our stakeholder, how we can preserve the world, the forest. And so we explain that if we buy some materials that has some certification, we can do that. The problem is that now the cost of the material, the raw material certificated or recycled is more expensive than the normal material. And this is stop a little bit of the move. But I think that with some governmental policy that could be some money to put the same price for the same material, we can arrive in that direction. In my company, for example, I start the certification 40001. It's a certificate that means that my company know what I have to do for arrive in that direction. Okay, now I know, but I have to do that. This is not so easy, but we understand that we have to do this. So I think that if everybody know what they do, step by step, we can go in that direction and make something good for our planets.
That's very, very good. And also sharing, best practice with your supply chain. And it's a good move to have a better life and a better planet. That's our home. So it's quite hopeful. Thank you very much for being with me today. And so let's go on with the next panel of our talk show. That's going to be about food and sustainability. And now we can go on with the second panel of today. Let's talk about food and sustainability. My guests here are Umberto Trombetta, Head of Strategy and Sustainability at Costa d'Oro, and Stefano Borromeo, CEO of Gallup.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, when it comes to sustainability, the food industry is facing an unprecedented set of challenges. So, as we heard, having the right support is really important. So, I'm going to ask you, why are you a part of exclusive Brands Torino? And how is the network sustaining you in achieving your goal about sustainability?
Well, thank you for the question. Being part of EBT for Costa d'Oro, it's first and foremost a great honor and a great possibility in order to achieve our own goals. For Costa d'Oro, it's a great opportunity because it enables us to grow, staying true to our core values, which are respect, excellence, and culture as well. Being in a network where you have a lot of excellences coming from the territory, it's a great opportunity in order to learn and see different things, even from other sectors and other industries. In our experience, the best ideas came from other sectors and not only from the food and beverage sector where we are in. So this is the best part of being part of such a network. And plus, I would say that being part of this network enabled us in the past, and I hope it will enable us in the future, to do some sort of collaborations, as we did with the friends of Gallup in the past. And we are always keen to learn more and to, why not, even have fun in order to grow all together.
I think that's really, we have said, oh, we can go home. No, please continue.
For us, it was very important to arrive in EBT because we was the last company joined this group. So we founded a group with excellent company, talking about also fashion, and not only food and beverage, sure, and automotive. When you talk about Pininfarina, it's a famous brand also. And for us, we are one of the most older company in the city, because we are older than more than 100 years ago. This year is our centenary. And for us to join ABT was a great opportunity, an exclusivity for us, because you can imagine a very long traditional company where the traditional is at the base of our business, because we produce Christmas cake. This is our base business. So you use only for 1 day per year, so it's a very short time. And in ABT we met very nice people also, because the company are made of people, and with them we grew a lot during these 2 years. It's true what Umberto said. In the past we have done a panettone together with coffee cream that was only one sample of the cooperation there is inside of the group. What can I say? The street is very long to arrive the sustainability for us, because for sure we work in food industrial, but we have done to do a lot of things.
And so, let's go on. We talk about sustainability, we talk about what EBT can do for you, but let's dive into your companies. So, sustainable development has 1,000 definitions, but for you, what is a sustainable development in your company?
Well, first of all, let me say that in our industry, coffee industry, being sustainable not only is important, but it's vital. As we have to do with a raw material which grows in very fragile areas, both from the social perspective and on the environmental perspective as well. So as responsible coffee roasters, as we define ourselves, we of Costa d'Oro, we have let's say the duty of reinforce each link of our value chain. Well, being sustainable for us means it is a very simple concept. It means going beyond the mere profit, but taking into account all the aspects and outcomes that we might have with our stakeholders, which are those who can affect or can be affected by our operations. For Costa d'Oro, given the size of the company and the positioning of the company, it is also crucial to be sustainable in order to attract and retain talent, as the young people nowadays want to have, let's say, a mission, an everyday mission. So we want to give them that mission, and we really want to have an objective that goes beyond the profit. And that's how we tackle it. Going more into detail, we did a lot of initiatives during the last years. Especially, we create a new coffee blend, an organic fair trade certified coffee blend, which is called Costa d'Oro Respecto, with which the whole producing line with compostable packaging. And we built a brand new low-impact plant here in Torino. Let me say one last thing. We are also very keen and focused during the last years to the matter of inclusivity, which is a big chunk, a big part of sustainability, because we cannot be sustainable just for a little share of people. We have to be sustainable for everybody. That's where we want to go, and that's where we are going.
Impressive. That really is impressive. So, and you?
For us, let me say one point. Galup is a member of TCN Group. TCN Group is located in Alba. It's a quite big group compared with the dimension Italian companies, where we produce electrical vehicles and electrical bicycle. So the mission of the group is following the goals that to grow and improve the sustainability of the products. In Galup, we are working for sure. We are working food. We are food companies, so we are working on the raw materials, like Umberto said, and for sure we We are working with the kilometer zero. First of all, we try. For hazelnuts came from our region. Flowers came from our regions. But let me say, raisin, for example, is not available in Italy. Raisin is the base of our products, is not available in Italian market. It only came from Turkey or Australia. This is strange, if you can imagine. So that was the first point, to develop a product with a completely Italian supply chain. We changed the grapes to the black cherries, just because it was not available. Then we have a problem. We have a plastic bag. This is our big mission, because if you want to maintain the fragrance, the perfume of our products, you need to put, after cooking, after the produce, inside the plastic bag. At the moment, it's not available in the market something that you can replace the plastic. This will be our big, let me say, chance, the big opportunity for growing in the future, to find something that you can use in production with the same characteristics, because for sure we can use a paper box, but paper box, after a few times the panettone become dry, the humidity expired, the perfume expired, so when you arrive at home and you have your lunch or dinner, you cut it, you don't have the same happiness that you have normally. So after that, we are working in the company for sure, for working with the people, with my colleagues in R&D department, for improve the quality of the material. That is continuous changing. The climatic situation in Italy is changing a lot. We use a lot of candid for the perfume, give the perfume to the panettone, and it's always more difficult to find the right quality in Italy. That's what we need to take care. That's all.
I think you kind of went back to the first question, because when you were talking about research and development and the plastic issue, I think that's also something you can learn from your fellow entrepreneurs from the network. So it's kind of a reason more to be network with someone else who can share your problem and your issues, also about sustainability. So thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you, Julia.
It's been really interesting. And so we'll go on with the next and last panel. And now let's go on with the last segment of today's talk show. We're talking about fashion and sustainability. So let me introduce you. The guest of this segment, we have Mrs. Paola Bertoldo. She is Vice President of Exclusive Brands Torino and also owner of L'Opificio, and Alessandra Gerardi, owner of Vanni Occhiali. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fashion, as we know, is one of the most complex and discussed industry when it comes to sustainability. In the last few years, we have seen documentary, movies, and then on social media, young people began to foster a change in the direction on a most sustainable fashion, or eco-fashion, as someone says. So, of course, we know that it requires kind of a support to go in that direction. So, why are you a part of Exclusive Brands Torino, and in which way the network is supporting you in approaching the sustainable themes?
Well, thank you, Julia, for your question. I think it's very appropriate, because we are here and we are the network, and the fact that we're here today speaking to our public in Dubai Expo at the Pavillon de Monaco is in fact what being a network means. So for us, becoming part of Exclusive Brands Torino has meant being able to exchange views, find encouragement, and lead the way for change. In particular, I really think that your mention of younger generation is important to us. It's really what we're looking into right now. We have the valuable opportunity of exchanging views. You've mentioned good practices just before us. The thing is that we can really set the way for a change. We can become change makers, and we can do this for younger generations. We have kids, we have younger people getting and starting to work in our companies, and I really think we have to set the example. And the fact that we belong to good companies that are rooted in the territory where we live and have a long-standing history in the business is really a chance for us.
I briefly summarize all the inputs because l'Opificio is part of Exclusive Brands Torino because we believe in the power of the network, okay? And all the inputs we receive before also for the other companies goes on the same way, okay? And because we really believe in the power of the work of a group of companies of excellence that can be an opportunities for all the companies.
Yeah, I think you have summarized the meaning of a network itself. So when it comes to sustainability, you come from different sectors, also in fashion. You come from textile, you come from accessories, we could say in a certain way. In your own company, what meaning do you give to the word sustainable? In which way you are approaching the theme, trying to be more sustainable every day?
Well, for us, this is a very important year. We come out 2 years which have been quite difficult, but we think we needed to do something with what happened and make a change. And in fact, our company has become a società benefit, it's a benefit corporation, just from the beginning of this year. So that means that we have included in our statute objectives which are not only profit, but are also of valuing and measuring the impacts we produce on nature and on the working environments all around us. That means that as far as the product is concerned, well, glasses are durable products. Our glasses are made in Italy 100%. So we try not to waste too much energy in transportations because our glasses are made like 400 kilometers away from our head company.
Wow.
And so we take really attention in limiting waste and using recycled packaging. So we are really trying to make the impact we produce on nature as limited as we can. And we have taken a commitment, the responsibility of making this visible to everyone. On the other hand, we also take really into consideration the impact we make on social relations and work. So we try to ensure that the working conditions in our company and with all the companies we work all around the world are reasonable, equal, and sustainable. That is also sustainability. So we really think it is important to keep going on this. That is a process. It's not what we call greenwashing. It's not just a label, but there's really a substantial responsibility over what we do and how we act.
I think that's exactly to the point. When you do greenwashing, it shows itself. People can see it, people can sense it. So when you do something really true to yourself, you will have, more customer and more talents want to work in your company and also investors. So amazing. And you?
Here we represent the textile industry, one of the most polluting, because the textile industry in all now represented 20% of CO2 emissions, and we use the 10% of water for dyeing process. Obviously, this is the textile industry in all, because we produce textile for interior design, and so we are only a little part of the 30%, because the 60% of textile industry is about fashion. okay? And so fast fashion, etc. But we produce really in a different way, because we do not use. First of all, we have a special attention to the quality of our fibers, and it means attention to the supply chain also. And the other thing is that we do not use in production formaldehyde, heavy metals, or different harmful substances. So we have really a different approach to the human being and to the planet. Okay, and thanks to our different approach, we have really no problem to prepare our SDG documents, because really our production is 0 kilometers. We don't have, for example, emission for the logistics project, because everything at home. Okay, and also we have an efficient use of energy, and these are only few things talking about production, but two different teams, a little bit different from all the other companies. For example, we reuse in part directly our waste, for example, and the other part is with the aid of companies that do exactly that. We reuse and we recycle everything at the end of the process, and this is very important. And the other thing is that, and this is the most important thing, our approach to present collections that are always not only for their quality but also for the style, not on the wave, because they are collection indémodable, senza tempo, and so this is make the big difference between us and fast fashion.
Exactly.
That every season needs to be changed.
Thank you. It was really interesting hearing the both of you today. I think that these are really important message that's mandatory to share with the public, and I personally found it really inspiring but also interesting. Gives some message of durability. So buying stuff, learn how to buy. I think that people of every generation, my generation, younger people, needs to understand a new way of consuming and buy and choosing the companies that produce in a more responsible and more sustainable way. If I'm choosing something that's durable, it's beautiful, it's the Italian way to do things, I know that I will have the peace for a lifetime, and it's good for me, my health, the environment and the planet. So thank you very much for sharing this message today. So I'm going to wrap up. Thank you very much for being with us today. If you want to know more about the next events and news about Exclusive Brands Torino, you can go on exclusivebrandtorino.com and you can always be informed. So, Paola, I'm leaving the floor to you for the last greetings.
On behalf of the 24 companies of Exclusive Brands Torino, thank you to be here today with us. I leave you to the new video that we are sure you will appreciate with new eyes. Enjoy.
I am the master of exclusivity. Excellence is my emblem. Internationality is the beating heart of my brands. I am Exclusive Brands Torino, the first Italian network of high-end, made-in-Italy companies promoted by the Unione Industriali Torino. In 2011, I took some of the companies that best represent Italian-made brands in Piedmont by the hand and brought them together under a single banner. From textiles to technology, hospitality and fine jewellery, As well as food and wine, aesthetics and design, I represent all the sectors in the rich Italian region. And while my roots are in Piedmont, I am branching out towards the world, without borders. My mission is ambitious and equally compelling: to promote and enhance the value of companies in both the Italian and foreign markets. The continuous pursuit of innovation and the expression of Italian creativity is my best calling card. Within my network, brands find a reference point for discussion, networking, and sharing information and experiences. Aware that excellence is a mission, but also a way of working, I identify new strategies to consolidate the success of companies in international markets. The future, it is already in the air. And it has the feel of sustainability, which is the key to affirming the values of excellence and distinctiveness. Respect for the land has always been a crucial point on the agenda of all my brands. The aim is to give back the resources drawn from a responsible production cycle, so that excellence is an all-round challenge, a promise of value, an ethical footprint for society. I am Exclusive Brands Torino. Exclusivity, excellence, and internationality in a single voice.